Hello, everyone. This is your friend Divyesh Dave, and welcome to the day number 12 as we are going through ahead in this learning journey of Excel. I'm also getting confidence with you guys, and I hope you are also learning something new. But please make sure you practice. Why I'm making this course in 30 days, it can be done in the one day, but it will be so overwhelming for you guys. So that's why we are learning into chunk, which is a which is a learning style. Um, so we are learning in chunks, but what you need to do is you need to spend less time in watching videos again and again, but doing the real practice. Anyways, these videos are always available, so you can watch it again if you want to, but try to do some practice, some groundwork, right? Let's say you want to learn swimming, but if you just watch videos of how to swim, you will not be able to learn swimming, and it works for with any skill. So watch this video and try to practice. If you stuck somewhere, watch it again and try to do what I'm doing. Create simple database and start to work and start to practice with that. Okay, so now today we are on the day number 12 and we are going one step ahead with our tables and with our data simple data sets. Today we are going to learn about index and matching. Now this is really amazing things that Excel have introduced in Microsoft. So Microsoft and Excel 365. It is like different type of angles and lookups. So we want to bring some data from some table to our to our place. So this is called lookups. We can look our data into different table areas and then we bring that at respective or required place. So this is all about indexing and matching. Now, indexing is what we do. Indexing is index basically gives us the position of that value. So let's say we have or arrays are always there because arrays means area. So whenever we put array formula, we select the area and then we give the formula. Uh, so indexing is what indexing does. It dynamically brings value from table and array, not just copy paste or not just simple linking, but dynamically it increases the range and different type of angles of lookups. So let's start with our simple data set. Let's say we have this data set. Okay, we have order date, product ID, company name, where we sold it, who was the salesman, what the item we sold, units of sale, something like basic idea. Now if you how to put the index, just simple indexing. Okay, now what index does is we can bring the data from particular area from the column, from the rows, all the rows. Can you see this, all these rows? So let's say we put index array means the area we want to select. Let's say we want to bring the company, and then we put comma, and we want to bring, let's say, data number 5. So we need to give the reference what is on the number 5, and then we close it, enter. So it will count including the header 1 2 3 4 5. So on the fifth number we have php and company. Okay, this is the first thing you need to know. Now the second type is we can also find the sequence in our header, like in columns. So we put index. So instead of selecting from top to bottom, we select from left to right. That means our headers. And then we give, okay, tell me what is the data on, let's say, sixth number sequence. So we put 6 and then close it, enter. So on the sixth number, let's say order date, product, company, salesman, item, units. Okay, so we have 6. So this is the first case. We bring the value, I mean the position of that particular value. Now, just go it to here. Okay. So this is something we wish we do this in our index. Now, what index does is, uh, let's say if you want to bring the whole thing somewhere, you're working in some other sheet and you want to bring the whole list in that particular area. So what we do is we do index. That's why it is dynamic and array formula. And then we select the array, comma, and now here we keep it blank. We just close this and enter. Did you see the magic? It can bring the whole series there. Let's say you're working in this sheet or any other sheet, you can bring the whole data set. When we insert table, it brings the whole area, like it brings the whole database. But we don't want to bring the whole database, but we just bring a specific column. So we can just simply ignore the sequence. This is 6. We don't want to only 6, but we want the whole, all the rows of that particular area, that particular array. So we just keep it blank and close the bracket, and it's done. Okay. Now next is, in the same way we can bring the rows as well. So index, and then let's say select this, then comma, enter. So we can bring the whole, instead of putting number, we can just simply bring the whole, what you can say, the heading somewhere else. Okay. Now the use case. Let's do something amazing. For example, let's say we have a salesman. What I do is, let me just go to our main sheet. So together we can bring rows and columns, and when we select the whole array, it can bring the whole row and data. Just keep it blank. How to do this? Let's say, for example, index. Sorry, index. We select the whole array, and then comma, close it. Sorry, I need to give the reference 6. Just, what did I do? Row number. Just let me just check it again. So first we bring row, second we bring next column, together row and column. So select the whole array. Yeah. Okay, I did not put the reference. Yeah. So index, and then we select the whole array, and then comma, we put the reference. Okay, tell me what is in the 6th number. So we put 6 and enter. Index, array, we selected the whole array, and then comma. Okay, sorry, I made a mistake. I have to select row number and column number both. Okay. So what is in the 5th row and on the 3rd column, and then close it. So it will give me the the data that we have on that particular cell or column reference. Okay. So we can bring data from columns, sorry, from rows. We can bring data from columns, and we can bring from both, like columns and rows both. Okay. And also we check how we can bring the whole column data. You just keep it blank. So this is what index does. Index gives us option to to bring the cell reference, for example, on not the cell reference, but yeah, what is the data on that particular cell. So we just give them the cell reference, and then it brings the data out of that particular cell. So this is what index does. Now the next thing we check is match. Match does is reverse, just like this index gives us data in that particular cell. Match does it gives us the reference of that particular data. So it's, you can say it reverses. Match gives sorry index gives us the position, and sorry index, I just misunderstood this. Index gives us the data of that particular position, and match gives us uh, position of that particular data. Okay. uh, Let me just try it again to explain you. So matching it, what we do is, again, we select the area. It dynamically matches value from given cell from the array. So basically, what it does is, but we give them the value, and it checks in each and every cell of the array, and then it gives us selection. Okay, it is matching in this particular area. Your data is matching in this particular area. Your data is matching in this particular area. So in the same way, we can also see that, just like in index, we checked first rows and then columns. In the match also, we check column and sorry rows and then columns. So let's try it. So first we put match. To match, we need to give the data. What exactly we need to match? So for example, let's say we want to match salesman, and then we put the lookup area. So if we are matching salesman, we will just go to salesman selection, and then comma. Sorry, I need to put it here. Let's say match, and then let's say we will put the name here. Lookup value, right now lookup value is 0, but we will put that lookup value, and then we want to salesman here. These salesman units just are heading. Okay, it's not the main data. Let's say we put a name here. Okay, now we want to ask where exactly the Luna senders in this particular column. So we just put match where exactly it is matching, and lookup value, comma, in lookup array this area, and then it gives us option. You want to bring exact match, less than match. For example, if there is no Luna, so it will bring the closest person, and it's, if it's greater, then if it is get high on the higher number, it especially works in the numbers. But here we want to just use the 0. 0 is exact match. If it is exact match, it will give you where exactly this Luna senders stands. So it is stands on 1, including header, 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the fourth number cell, fourth number row. Okay. So this is how we can find the match formula. So it gives us position in the range, like fifth or fourth in the column. Let's say we try in column also. Index, oh sorry, match. Match, and we want to find lookup array, sorry, lookup value. Match, lookup value, and lookup array, then 0. So it's not applicable because it's not showing something, but we can just increase our array area. Match, lookup value, sorry, lookup value is the person's name. Okay, then lookup array and comma exact match. So okay, I wanted to check in the columns. Sorry about that, guys. So let's say match, lookup value, Luna Sanders, and then we just select where exactly we want to check, because of course this data is not going to help us in any other column because it's not there. We just need to select the that particular area and then exact match and enter. So this is how we can do, because it's not in the columns, so it's just in this particular area. That's why we just need to put this. So this is like the summary. If I can just show you, index, both are the formula helps us to different kind of angles and lookup, but index, it helps us to find the value of that particular cell reference that we give, but matching, it gives us the cell reference that particular data. Okay, now here comes the magic. What we can do by using both the things. Let's say we have this salesman here and we want to bring units. In first go, you can simply say, okay, Luna is here and units are 37. But if you have a lot of data, it will be very hard for you to find out. So here, this lookup will help. Let's say we combine both the things. Okay, so index, it gives us position, match gives us a value of that particular position. So we first put the index formula. So we want to put index, we select the whole area, and then in that whole area, we need to find out where exactly Luna Sanders is, and then in that next to Luna Sanders, what is the unit that she sold. So we comma, and then after the comma, instead of giving the row number, we put again the match formula. If matches, then only you bring this lookup value. Okay. So what we are matching? We are matching the salesman. So we just select the salesman area, and then comma, lookup array, already done. Sorry, lookup value. Again, we want to check Luna, and where we want to check. So in the salesman list, comma, what should be the match, exact match, and then done. So this is match formula closes, but we have to close the index formula also. So comma, and then enter. Sorry, comma. What I forgot. Row number is done. Row number reference we have given. That particular. Okay, where exactly we need to, what detail we need to find. So we need to find the units. So what is the unit column number of unit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So here we pull 6 and enter. Sorry, comma and 6. So it will bring the 37. Let me do it again so you can understand it, because I also got mixed up with this data linking. So what we did is we had, let's say we had this particular salesman. We want to bring the units, and we are going to use both index, which gives us the position, and the match, which gives us the reference. So first we put the index. Index is something we select the whole array, and in that array we want to find a particular data, or let's say six number column and fifth number row. But instead of 6 number column, fifth number row, we put a different formula, which is a match. So if this matches somewhere in this array, then brings the unit value. Okay, so comma, match. Here we put match. Now again, what is the lookup value? We want to find the lookup value, this, comma, lookup array, where exactly we want to search it. So salesman area, we select the salesman area. and then look up. Uh, what kind of lookup? Exact match. It should be exact match 0, and we close this match formula. Now we have to close the index formula. So for index formula, we put comma, and where exactly we need to find the return value. Return value means units. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on number 6. So we put 6 and we close it, enter. Okay. I know it's quite tricky. Just watch this video again because I also mumbled in some area. So please watch it again. And once you learn this linking, believe me, it will be like magic for you to happen in your Excel workbooks. Okay. So this is what we did. We just selected the index, and when we put index, we give them reference. Okay, give me the index of fifth number cell and second number row, or second number row or fifth number cell, fifth number column. But instead of second number row or fifth number column, we give them the exact thing that okay, don't do this, but instead of that, match and then give us data. Okay. So this is how we do. We mix both the things, index and matching. So position and value, both the things we have merged, and this is how these become even more powerful. Now let's check another example. Let's say, for example, if you want to make this unit thing dynamic. Right now we have the name dynamic. How? Let's say we put Austin Wu here. It will bring another 86 because Austin Wu is also 86. If we put Ruby Barnes, it will change to 94. Let's say if we put Joshua Gupta, it will change to 53. Can you see it dynamically? It is changing. But what if I tell you we can change this also, unit also, we can change dynamic. For example, instead of unit, we want price. So for example, if I put price here, it should change price also. But it's not happening. For that, what you need to do is instead of this 6, we put another matching formula. Quite tricky, huh? But we can do that. Let's say match. And what we need to match? We need to match this. Okay. And then we put the lookup array. What is the lookup array? This is the lookup array. And comma, it should be 100% match. So 0. And then enter. Now look at the magic. I want to bring company name. It will bring the company name. I'm going to bring the product ID. Sorry, I have to put it here. I want to bring the product ID, but make sure you don't use the spaces. Okay, you should use the exact name. So Joshua Gupta, what is the product name of Joshua Gupta? Let's say Joshua Gupta is here. P400A9, P400A9, This is magic, right? I say Luke Martin. Let's check Luke Martin. Luke Martin, what is the product ID? Luke Martin product ID is 7. Now, instead of product ID of Luke, we want to check the company of Luke. So we can just change company. So company of Luke is this. Let's say we don't want to go check the company, but we want to change the sales amount. So we just change this header, we put it here, and it will bring this the sales amount. Quite amazing, right? So this is how it works. Index and match. We use both. But what if I tell you we can bring the whole line if something matches here? Do you want to see that? Let's see. Let's say, for example, we put this index formula first. So this is the array, okay, comma, row number. Instead of row number, we give the reference of match formula. If match is here, then bring the whole row, the data of whole row. Okay. So J5, if J5 means the salesman name matches, you put Where is the salesman? We look up area is this, and then you bring exact match, exact match, formula is using. Okay. Let me just change it. Try it again. Index. So in index, we always select the array first. Array means the area, comma, the row number. Now instead of row number, we need to select the matching thing. So match, what you need to match? Lookup value is this, comma, where exactly we need to find. So the salesman list. If it's in salesman list, bring the whole row of this particular person. Comma, match is 0, and then we close this. So this is the closing of match principle. Now we don't want to bring any specific thing. We want to bring the whole raw data, the data of this whole row. Okay, so we just put comma and keep it blank and uh, close the index formula, and boom. Can you see the magic? The data of Luke Martin comes in the same order that we wanted. The whole data comes here. Now let's say if we change the name Emily Davis. So data has been changed of Emily Davis. Let's say we want Austin Wu. Austin Wu. So whole data is changed to Austin Wu. Even though it is not in the same sequence, just like in VLOOKUP and we need to put the first reference. It can go from it can bring the data from left also. It can bring data from right also. Just like we checked. Instead of cell, if just select company, it will bring the company because it's in left side. Still it is bringing because we have selected the whole array. Okay, so what we need to do here, just leave blank the column reference which we put while closing the index formula. See here we put it blank. Otherwise, if you put, let's say, 6, so it will bring the value of uh, six number column. Okay, so it brings the whole series of data. Now it can work you when exactly let's say you are creating any HR related sheet where you want to bring the whole data of employee or his performance, or let's say you are creating an invoice and you want to bring multiple stock item in that particular invoice or in packing list. This particularly can work. We will work on that when we will move to the projects. So right now this is all we need to do. So I hope you understand this index and index thing. Just download any sample database from online, because I also downloaded these kind of database online. Okay, I will give you this database if you want once we finish the whole series, so that you can practice, because this 30 days is not just just the ending of the learning journey. It is the beginning of the learning journey, because after that you need to practice a lot all these things. So this is all for the day. Index and matching the array functions, the advanced functions, which helps a lot to bring the data from one place to another place. Now, related to this, we have a quick array formulas also. We want to check the X lookup and V lookup. Now, V lookup is almost dead when you are using Excel 365, but still I want to show you the V lookup, how it works. So, for example, we have, let's say, this database. We have this database somewhere else. Let's say in this sheet. In this sheet, we have the name of salesman, and we want to bring what we can bring here. Let me just check it here. we want to bring, let's say, sales of that particular area person. Okay, so we already have a database ready. We want to bring sales database in front of their respective salesmen. So we use the VLOOKUP is equal to VLOOKUP. What is the lookup value? Every time, wherever the lookup formula is there, we first put the lookup value, what we want to find out. So let's say VLOOKUP, then comma, then comes the table arrays where you want to search. Let's say we have this sheet, this one. Okay. So table array, from where to where we need to search. So we select the whole area beginning from where we have our main data and what we want to bring, then comma, and then we want to give the reference. Let's say how after how many numbers we have the data. For example, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. We put fifth, we close the index and 0. And then we just copy this and that's it. This is how VLOOKUP works. But there are few flaws of VLOOKUPs, that it cannot work from left to right. Sorry. Yeah, right to left. It cannot work right to left. You can only bring data from the first cell to last cell and you need to give the reference. And for that, we have now the new advanced version of the VLOOKUP, which is the XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP, you don't need to worry about too much. You just select XLOOKUP value, what you want to look, and then you give lookup array, return array, and that's it. No need to bring exactly the same sequence, just like we did VLOOKUP. We need to select from salesman to sales amount. Then we need to bring the the sequence of that particular data, on which number we need data. For example, we selected 6. If we selected 5, it will bring the price which we don't want. But in XLOOKUP, it doesn't work that way. It is so easy. In XLOOKUP, we just let's say XLOOKUP, we selected what we want to watch, lookup, our exact lookup, and then from where we want to look the lookup area. Let's say we want to look in the salesman list, and what we want to return, what we want to bring. We want to bring the sales amount, and that's it. Done. The good thing is VLOOKUP, it can work anywhere. It can work left to right, right to left, anywhere. For example, instead of sales, let's say we want to bring the company name. Okay. So we just go XLOOKUP, person name, what we want to where we want to find. We want to find here. If it finds here, bring the value of the company and then enter. So it will bring the value of the company. Boom. How powerful it is, right? So we look up usually we don't use these days. We have X lookup. So I hope you understood this. Try to use X lookup, V lookup, and of course the thing that we have learned about indexing and matching. So that's all for today, for the day. I hope I hope you have learned something new, because it's, for me also, it is really challenging to explain you guys. But I hope you have understood the main crux of this whole lecture. Now the next thing is the shortcut of the day. Let's say we have the shortcut of the day is something related to the view. Let's say we have two Excels open and we are checking data from one to another, but we want to watch it side by side. The one option is you just select it and then you reduce the size and you something like, select this and then you open this and you check, okay, here, then you tap, then you check, then you tap. And the other option is, there is this formula called, it's not formula, it's just a shortcut, which is like in view. Can you see this option, view side by side? So the shortcut of this is Alt WB. So uh, it will just adjust both the screen open. You just need to adjust it a little bit, something like this, and the second screen should be here. That's it. But the magic is you can scroll both the sheet at the same time. That's the magic of side by side. See? So if you want to check it, you can actually do some reconciliation and a matching. So you have this database here. See? At the same time, you can scroll both the data. This is called side by side. So you can open multiple sheets, and you don't need to worry about the alignment, and you need to like minimize, maximize. No need to worry about that. Just use tab, and you can simply move it here. Okay. So use this, and then when you want to come out, just put this maximum size. That's it. View and yeah, synchronize screening. If you don't want synchronized screening, you can just click this area that I don't want. Again, view side by side. Let's say view side by side. Then we put it here, and the second sheet we put it here. Now I don't want this. Let's say I don't want this scrolling, synchronized scrolling. I'm scrolling one on one sheet, but it's scrolling both the sheets. So we just remove it. We just unclick it, and it will just give the scrolling in one sheet. And then you move it here. So side by side, you can check it. Okay. So then we just close it, and we come back to our normal view. So I hope you understood this. You have learned this, and please practice it, because even I also forgot to explain you this thing, this indexing and thing. So the more you practice, because when we are like I'm sharing with you and explaining it, same thing hard. When I use it, I do it very quickly, but explaining you, sometimes I forget. So I'm sorry about that if you just missed something, and just go through this practice journey. Just check this video again, and you will learn the indexing. First we put index formula, then we put match to replace this sequence that we give in index formula. So this is how in the index and match formula works. Thank you so much for being with me in this learning journey. I hope I am adding some value to your learning journey. Please share it with other people, other groups in your friend circle. And this is the first thing that I'm doing. I hope that I will bring something more in future. But let's finish this 30 days challenge first, okay? Then we will think about what next we can learn. So thank you so much. Have a great day and keep learning, keep growing. This is your friend Divyesh Dave signing off. Bye bye.